What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? Just checking in. I had a few different things on my mind today, and I basically want to, you know, take a few minutes basically to feed some food of thought. And my food of thought today is basically for the guys, the younger guys, older guys. It don't matter if you're trying to get out here on the road or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's a good career. Don't get me wrong. It's a good career. It's a career you got to really get out here and bust your butt and do the right things. You know, to stay safe, to get back home to your family, and let others around you get back home to their family. You know, it's a mental game. It's 50% mental, 50% physical. I mean, so, you know, we need some good drivers out here. So with that being said, so a lot of you young guys that's coming out here, just getting out of training, out of school, they got with a company, and you've been out with your trainer. So your trainer basically he's gonna teach you his way. Basically, a lot of your training gonna be done watching your trainer, and he basically gonna want you to do things the way he does things out there, and basically teach you how the company works. But a lot of the driving and the things that go on out there is basically he gonna teach you his way. So your mentality when you get off that truck is you want to try to drive that truck like your trainer, and sometimes that's not possible for everybody. Because like I say, everybody got different abilities. Everybody got different abilities. You know, your way and abilities to do things may be different from your trainer's way. So, you know, he may be able to drive that truck with one hand, and you got to drive it with two. You know, he may be better. You know, he may be better driving that truck with one hand than he is with two. He's not coordinated. Maybe he's not coordinated enough. Then on the other hand, you could drive that truck with two hands and have a good coordination. That's just a small example. But I'm gonna explain something to you, because I want you guys, you know, don't get out here and panic. And, you know, you're going to hear a lot of scary stories. You're going to have a lot of guys telling you about things that happen and, you know, during certain situations and all that crap. I mean, which a lot of it is true. I mean, this is a dangerous job. This is a very dangerous job. I mean, it's not a job for everybody. So you got to really pay attention when it comes to certain things. And you got to have certain abilities to be able to maintain this lifestyle or this career in trucking. And to bag it up something, like I want to say, don't let somebody else's abilities frustrate you. Find your ability, because your abilities could be just as safe as his abilities. You know, you may be a little better, different coordinated than he's coordinated. So watch and learn, pay attention, follow, you know, rules, because like I say, the rules of the law of the land out here don't change no matter what. So pay attention, close attention to that. And learn. Don't get me wrong. Take everything that you learn from school and everything that you learn from your trainer. You absorb that, and you learn from that, and you find the ability that's you was born to and make it work. Now, it's certain times of the year, certain places out here that's not for everybody. And what I say about that is New York City, anywhere in the boroughs, New Jersey, you got mountains, you got a lot of different places that's not for everybody. So you got to find what best fits you to keep you safe and others safe out here. You know, you're going to have guys out here will try to talk bad about you because you may not want to run New York City or be in the Northeast. And because a lot of people have anxiety and have different things go on with them to where mentally they can't function in certain situations. They have a lack of ability to maintain their patience, to maintain their cool in congested areas around a lot of people. And New York is one of them places that you got to have your shit together. You got to have your shit together. You got to have your mark. You got to have patience. It's just one of those cities. It's New Jersey, the Northeast area, Virginia. You got to be on your A game going out there. And if you done been out there with your trainer, you may see him keep it cool. You may see him go through different scenarios, and you looking like, and he, when it's your turn to drive, I'm pretty sure if you was out there with a trainer, you probably got a taste of the Northeast. And you may have been comfortable with it. And then again, you may not been comfortable with it. But, it's one of them trials and tribulations you got to go through during your training process. You got to get a taste of it. But, if you find yourself out there in that area and it's not really built for your abilities, don't go. Just don't go. And you may ask yourself, okay, well, I see other guys go out here, or, I want to go, their abilities may be different than yours. They may be able to handle certain things, deal with a lot of high tension. You may not, because if you get out there in New York and panic, you're going to hurt yourself, or you're going to hurt somebody, and you're going to lose your license. You're going to lose. It's none of that is worth your license or somebody else's life or your life. I mean, no amount of money, for a load that's going out there. I mean, if you're not the type of person that's cut for that atmosphere, don't go out there. You got a lot of other choices. So don't think that when you get, if you're the type of person you already know you don't want to go out to New York, so you don't go. Can't no company force you to go out there. Can't force you to do nothing you're not comfortable with. I mean, so don't let that discourage you and not come out here solo by yourself and drive, because you have an option. But don't force it because you see somebody else doing it, And because you get yourself in a situation, and it's a lot of situations in the Northeast that you can get yourself into. You got low bridges, you got small streets, you got really, really rude people that, in my opinion, don't know how to drive. I don't go out there. I had my fair share out there, and I realized, I hyped myself up a few times to go out there because, like I say, I'm trying to use somebody else's ability, and because they went out there and made it back, got them a little money, now I'm looking at that to pump myself up to like, yeah, I could do it too. I'm a man, I could do it too. But like I say, if we wasn't born with that ability, we're going to get out there and we're going to panic. We're going to have anxiety. We're going to lose basically functions to get this truck in and out safely. And it's stressful. It's very stressful. And, some people go out there and it's a breeze. So, but with that being said, basically what I'm saying is find your abilities. If you're not comfortable with it, don't take a chance at it. You spent a lot of money for your CDL license. You may have a family. Whoever you are or whatever situation you're in, you have something to live for, something to go back home for. You chasing a dream, you chasing your career. You've been put in all this hard work to get your CDL license. And I'm telling you, truck drivers, we pretty much 90% held responsible for anything that goes on out here, as far as accidents and things of that nature go. So you can lose your license you can lose your career at a drop of a dime over somebody else's mistakes, because this is the way the trucking laws are set up. I mean, it is what it is. This is why I tell you, uh, figure out your comfort zones when you get out here. Figure out where you comfortable to drive at. Figure out, just, take your time. Do not go nowhere where you're not comfortable at. And be honest with yourself. Don't play yourself like this tough guy because such and such, somebody who went over there or whatever, did this or did. Don't play yourself like that. If that's not your abilities, don't play yourself like that. I mean, everybody's just not blessed to have certain abilities. So don't play yourself. If you could do it, do it. Go do your thing. But if you can't, don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared to tell your dispatcher no, you're not comfortable with it. Because at the end of the day, your dispatcher forced you to do something you're not comfortable with. This is what you think about. I want you to put this on. I want you new drivers. I want you to put this on your head. And I want you to think about this. When you go into situations where you're not comfortable with, and something happens, guess what? That dispatcher who forced you or maybe talked you into doing that, he or she gonna have a job the next day. Or he or she goes home when he or she didn't just put you in the lion's den for the night. He or she goes home, lay in the bed with her kids or his kids or whoever, and hope and he just threw you out to the lion den. A lot of dispatchers haven't even, let alone sat in a truck seat, let alone drove one. Have no idea what goes on. Only thing they know is pretty much what they hear, whatever, but they don't care. You got to understand, it's a business. They got quotas to fill. And that quota alone keeps a lot of them from being concerned about you, being concerned about your family. They just need you to, they don't care if you don't feel comfortable about a situation. They just don't care. And hey, it's a job. It's just one of them deals. And a lot of companies will tell you, look, if you don't feel comfortable about something, let me know. Use that to your advantage. You got to run to make money. Don't get me wrong. But if you really don't feel comfortable about something, don't do it. I don't care who else you know that does it. Take your time. Study this game. Learn it. My advice to you is, if you just now getting out here, wintertime is about to come up soon. Don't put yourself in a lot of situations on that end. Stay away from the mountains. Anywhere you feel like there's mountains and there's snow, stay away from it until you really get to know your truck, till you really learn this game solo by yourself, because you no longer have no help out here. It's just you. You don't have a trainer sitting there holding your hands anymore. So now it's time for you to make the right decisions. The right decisions is, don't do certain things at certain times. So if it's raining too hard, pull over. Or find you a safe spot to pull over. Don't force yourself to do things that you done seen other people do if it's not in you. If it's in you, you will know. I promise you, when you get out here solo, you're going to know what you can and what you can't do real fast. Real fast. Because you're going to be put in a lot of different situations. And you're going to find out real fast what you're really good at and what you're not good at. And what you're not good at, don't do it. Even though you see somebody else doing it. Those are the abilities that they have. Find your comfort zone in this game if you want to stay in this game. Think about yourself. Think about your family. Come out here, do things the right way, do things the safe way. Don't do things your way. Don't do things other people waive, because you're gonna see guys out here. Speed limit gonna be 65, and they're gonna fly right past you. Your truck may go 70, so now you gonna feel like, oh, I got to go 70 now. He ride. I need to look. Do what's comfortable for you. Stay your speed. You're gonna see guys flying down mountains and hills, flying, and you're gonna say to yourself, "Oh, I could. I'm gonna pick up speed." No, look, no, Don't do it. That truck you in is a very dangerous tool. It's not to be played with. It's to be driven safely with your abilities, not somebody else's ability. So don't go get under this driver's seat and try to drive the way you see someone else drive. Drive your way, because if you care anything about yourself, you're gonna drive the right way. You got some fools out here that drive like lunatics. You're not a lunatic. Those are not your abilities. So don't worry about what this guy flying down the hill 70 miles per hour. Don't worry about him. Let him go and pass. That's his baby. Maybe that's his ability. But I can guarantee you, his ability, that guy who's flying down that mountain at 70 miles per hour, his ability is gonna catch up with him in the most dangerous way possible soon. And he's gonna take himself out, and he's gonna take other people out. So find your comfort zone in this game. This is a good industry to be in. It has its ups and it has its downs. It's a stressful place. This is a very stressful job at times. It's gonna seem like the world is against you on some days. You gotta find your patience. You gotta find what fits you. You gotta find the company that fits you. You can't let nobody force you to do anything you don't want to do. It's laws out here to make sure you're not forced to do unsafe things. And if you feel like you're being forced to do unsafe things, it's people you could contact to let them know that you're being forced to do unsafe things. So, if you about to grab them keys and be a solo driver, you done been through your training, and now you're feeling kind of nervous on getting out here. Don't be nervous. Look, don't be nervous. Come on out here. Learn this game. Take your time. Figure things out. Take everything that you learned from school, take everything you learned from your trainer, and you embold it into your abilities. You're going to find out backing. You're going to find yourself in backing situations that wasn't taught at school. So you're going to have to get out here and you're going to have to figure it out. And you will figure it out. It's not that hard. You'll figure out everything it is to be figured out here in a safe manner. If you don't know, pick up that phone, call and ask. Step out that truck, ask another driver. There's drivers out here that's willing to help. And there's drivers out here will pick up their phone and record just to wait and see you fail. So they could put it on YouTube, have a joke and a conversation about how you are an idiot because you can't back that truck up. Or you didn't want to get out and ask somebody for help. Or you didn't want to get out and look. Because anxiety kicking in. Everybody's staring at you. You sweating. You don't know what to do. If that's the case, stop that truck. Stop that truck. Turn on the air conditioning. Let it blow on you. Cool down. Catch you. Just breathe in and breathe out. Throw your pride to the side. Jump out that truck, ask for help, or get out and look. Weather's too bad. Set your pride to the side. Don't worry about that next guy that just flew past you on ice. Don't worry about him. Set your pride to the side, pull over, find you a safe place to pull that truck over there. Call your dispatcher or whoever and let them know you're not moving that truck anymore until things are safe, that you feel like things are safe. Because 9 times 10, they're not gonna call you and tell you to pull that truck over. That's your responsibility. So once you feel yourself in an unsafe situation, you pick that phone up and you let them know. Or you type in your computer and you let them know you're pulling over in a safe place because you feel unsafe. You just insured your butt. So find your abilities. Learn this game. I mean, you know, you're going to hear all kinds of stories, and you got a lot of guys jumping out here chasing the money, trying to find a whole bunch of money all at once. When you're not gonna find the money that you're looking for, especially freshly coming out of school, less than a year. Don't focus so much on that. Focus on learning that truck. Focus on learning this industry. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you're comfortable with, so you can get out here and get this money. You know what you're doing. You done been to certain shippers. You done been to certain receivers. You know how things pretty much go. Take your time. The money will come. It'll come. But don't get out here and rush to it not knowing what you're doing. Using somebody else's abilities. Find like I said, I probably done said this probably about 30 times just on this one video. Find your own abilities. Find out what's comfortable for you. Don't take no chances out here. Especially your first year getting in this truck. Don't take no unnecessary chances. Don't take no unnecessary risks. Slowly, gradually grow yourself into this till you learn how the truck that you're driving works, how it handles. Because you don't know. It's only so much school and your trainer and the few hours that you was with somebody that was holding your hand basically that taught you. It's time for you now to get out here on your own and get this money, but get this money safely. But this is just food for thought for the day. This is for the new drivers. Like I say, if you're just getting out of school, you just come back with a trainer, you're about to get upgraded into your truck, first seat. I mean, like I say, I'm proud of you. But I want you to be safe, and I want you to find your abilities. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Get out and look. Don't be scared to ask. Don't be scared to call, whatever company you're looking for. Don't be scared to call, ask questions. Don't be scared all around. Just don't be scared to stop that truck when you don't feel things is going right, or the weather is not right, or you in an area you're just not comfortable with, or whatever. Just stop that truck, pick up the phone, calm down, cool down, cut the air conditioner on, let it blow on you, get your mental thinking back right. Don't worry about the guy who's blowing the horn behind you, telling you to hurry up or whatever. Don't worry about none of that. That's gonna happen. Because there's guys out here that's very, very rude. And they don't even realize they was once in your shoes. They was once a student. They was once having anxieties. They was once not knowing how to bag their truck in the docks or at truck stops. And this is another tip. Like I say, you got to set your pride to the side because you've seen somebody else do certain things and this is what you want to do. Truck stops. If you're just not getting out here solo, find rest areas until you get comfortable bagging by yourself without nobody holding your hand. Find you rest areas to bag, to sleep in at night, especially at nighttime. Truck stop full, everybody rolling, people watching you. That's gonna be a really that's gonna be a kind of make it everything nervous, a different type of scenario for you when you get in that scenario and you're not really knowing exactly what you're doing. So you try to go into this truck stops at nighttime when everybody looking for parking space or parking space is tight and you don't really know your trailer and your truck all that well, and you get out here trying to bag, and things could go wrong real fast. You know, go to rest areas. Sometimes it's a little bit easy to find parking there. If you got time during the daytime when the parking lot's not that full at truck stops, you might want to just go, instead of, just go in and bag it in. Get comfortable with bagging in the truck stops by yourself. Because it's a difference when you got somebody with you. It's a lot, you may think you got everything down pat, but when you put in different scenarios by yourself, you'll figure it out real fast. You're not as good as what you thought you was because you're rushing into it. Don't rush into it. So, once again, this is just me just wanting to give out a little information about how this trucking industry, how this trucking game works. I just want you to come out here, be safe, don't panic, do things the right way, the smart way, be patient, and good things will come your way. And just find your own abilities. Peace.